Hey everybody, Roman versus with the Squashfest podcast and my co-host.
And I have nothing funny to say. I was trying to go something Bella's, but I'll just let the podcast speak for itself. It's the boy Harm.
Oh Lord. I knew this day was coming. I was like, they haven't been on in a while, so
They were on a Raw. They said we're coming for the tag team titles and then disappeared.
yeah.
And then all of a sudden we're back in Phoenix, their hometown. So we need to get them on the show.
Makes sense to me.
But yeah, SmackDown.
Yeah. SmackDown.
It was slightly above. It was a show. It happened until the final segment. Everything else before the final segment was just like, nothing. Nothing excited me. Nothing made me happy. Nothing. Just felt like a SmackDown.
Okay. And then after?
I mean, again, the final segment, at least advanced story, gave us something to care about other than good guy feud. So I was happy for that at least. And you know how I've always talked about heel Randy Orton is one of the best heels of all time. As much as you guys disagree with me, I think 2009 Randy Orton is a menace.
I just don't think he's better than Triple H.
2009 Randy Orton is levels above anything Hunter ever did as a heel.
Stop it. Stop it.
This man was a menace. He was kicking everybody. He was breaking into Triple H's house. He was making out with a pass out Stephanie McMahon while Triple H had to watch. This dude was a menace.
Yeah.
He was throwing Mick Foley down a flight of steps, even though I think that happened before that. Like, this dude as a heel is crazy. Okay, so show kicks off. And it's Nick Aldis in the ring.
Yep.
And he starts talking about the show, and then he's immediately interrupted by Drew McIntyre. Aldis tells him Drew has no one to blame for himself for losing the title. Actually, no, I'm sorry. Drew came out first, and then Aldis came out. Drew came out first and said, Nick has to make it right. He has to make it right because and he didn't say it, but Cody shouldn't be WWE champion right now because Cody shouldn't have had a title shot at all because he had to win the Royal Rumble or Elimination Chamber. Because he's Cody Rhodes, WWE gifted him an opportunity at the World Heavyweight Championship, which then,
That's not how
which was that is exactly how it went down. It was contractually obligated to not get a championship match unless he won one of those two things. He lost both those things. He still got the title match, and then in a no DQ match, Jacob Fatu decided to stick his nose in Drew McIntyre's business again and cost Drew McIntyre the championship. So Drew has every right to be upset at everybody involved.
Jacob was just righting a wrong.
There was no righting a wrong. Jacob has no proof that Drew was the man that took it out for months. He accused Drew. Drew said it was not me.
I'm talking about the fact that he cost Cody the title and now he helped him get it back. He owed him one.
No, because then at that point, that needs to be a feud between Jacob and Cody, not Jacob and Drew. Because if anything, Jacob's pissed at Drew because he thinks Drew took him out for months.
Yes.
Jacob attacks Drew during a Hell in a Cell match, costing him the championship and costing Cody the championship.
Yes.
Costing Cody the championship because Jacob wanted to attack Drew.
Yes.
So Cody should be pissed at Jacob. That should be the feud. Right? So Drew McIntyre, now WWE champion, is trying to stay away from Jacob Fatu, even though he's the champion, because even though Jacob put his hands on Drew, Drew's like, I don't want no smoke. You can go do your own thing. I'm the champion. I'm cool. So Cody and Jacob have a qualifying match. This is where Drew messes up because he gets involved. Cody tries to cost both of them the qualifying match, which pisses Jacob off. Jacob tries to then get involved again in something that's not his business, costing Drew the title, giving it back to Cody, who shouldn't have had the match in the first place.
Who shouldn't have lost in the first place?
That's Cody's fault. If you're in the ring and you see somebody beating down your opponent in the middle of the ring in a no DQ match, Cody, don't touch Jacob. Let Jacob pound down Drew as long as he wants until he's done, and then just get the pinfall. And you'd still be champion. But Cody, wanting to be good guy, put his hands on Jacob Fatu, and Jacob Fatu said, "Don't touch me," and started beating him down. This is all Cody's fault.
No, that's not how that works.
That's exactly how that works. So Drew's in the right in this whole situation.
No, yo.
So Drew is in the right in this whole situation.
You're maddening right now.
So Drew says, make it right. Cody shouldn't have had the championship. Jacob Fatu got involved. That's the only reason I'm not the champion. Nick Aldis comes up and tells him, this is because you keep sticking your nose into everybody's business and everybody wanted to get back on you. So it stands, and you're not getting a rematch for the championship. So as they're arguing, Jacob Fatu comes out. Jacob gets in Drew's face. Nick Aldis is just standing there the whole time. Jacob yells at him and says, they just have a back and forth. They have Drew McIntyre says, you're all crazy. Everyone's against me. Cody, Jacob, Nick, I see what it is. It's everybody against Drew McIntyre. So he gets into Nick Aldis' face and abruptly quits. Again, because I felt like he quit a while ago. I feel like we already did this. When he quit and then he had to get re-signed, and that's why Cody went to his house. We already did the Drew McIntyre "I quit" thing. Like that threw me off. I'm like, why are we going back to this well? So that was that segment. So then we get back out of the break. Jacob and Nick are arguing. Nick's like, I don't know what he's talking. I don't know what to do. You want to get your hands on him, but he apparently quit. So I need to shift my focus somewhere else. He no longer works there. So that was the opening segment. Drew McIntyre, justice for Drew. I'm sorry.
Lordy.
So then we have the MFTs versus the Wyatt Six. So it's Solo and Talatonga against Bo Dallas and Eric Rowan in a non-title tag team match because we can't figure out who the champions are in the MFTs.
They made it clear tonight who the guys are, didn't they? I feel like. I
don't think so.
Wow.
I don't know. Whatever. We've shifted the focus of this entire feud from the titles to the lantern.
Yeah.
This has nothing to do with the titles anymore.
No.
So how do we show we don't care about the tag team division and tag team championships at all? We put the titles on somebody and then have them focus on a lantern.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm gonna be for real. I spaced out through most of this match up until the end when Solo's trying to hit Sister Abigail, he misses, and then eventually Bo tries to hit Sister Abigail. He gets out of it. Solo hits a spike. Eric Rowan breaks up the 3 count. Nikki Cross grabs the lantern, tries to leave with it, costing Bo to eventually hit Sister Abigail and get the pinfall and get the win. Nikki Cross hands the lantern to Bo Dallas in the middle of the ring, Uncle Howdy, and Tama Tonga, who's been tasked as enforcer to make sure that lantern doesn't leave our family. It comes out, attacks Bo Dallas, and the MFTs leave with the lantern again. So this is still not over.
I was hoping it would be the end tonight. I thought she actually was gonna walk away with it. And I was like, thank God, because they need to just give up on this gimmick right here. I was like, the MFT should be doing something way more important. I don't know what that is, but it ain't this. They should be feuding with an actual tag team.
You got. So next week we have the MFTs versus Truth and Priest.
Oh yeah.
Truth and Priest next week. Motor City Machine Guns are facing Fraxium next week.
Fraxium next week, yeah.
The Motor City Machine Guns facing Fraxium next week. So they are doing something with the tag division.
Yeah.
Eventually, but yeah, we're getting Truth and Priest against MFTs for the titles next week. And a hilarious backstage segment where apparently, Truth did not know the difference between the MFTs and the Judgment Day.
I thought that was hilarious.
It's just like, wait, what? It's just like they don't even look the same. You got a bunch of Samoan and Tongans running around, and the other group is a bunch of Hispanics and white people. Like the colors aren't the same. Truth, what are you doing? See, it would have made sense if I could have at least understood if you said it's the Wyatts as the champions, and then you confuse them with the Judgment Day. At least the colors are similar. And the Judgment Day at one point might have been a supernatural gimmick with Edge. And at least Truth could have gotten confused that way. I have no idea how he mistook Solo. He said he thought JC Mateo was JD McDonough because he called him JC. He called him JC McDonough. Yeah. And then he thought Solo for some reason was Tom and Nick Mysterio. Like I just yeah.
He's just hilarious. And him and Priest have really good chemistry. I like them together.
Yeah. All right. We got our Jade Cargill Michin match
because we needed it.
This was too long.
This is highly decorated.
This was 2 segments, I think, at least. They went to a commercial break at least once during this match. This was too long. This did not make Jade look good. Does not make Michin look better. This was nothing for nobody except to get Jade a win and get Rhea out there so Jade can run away.
And solidify more heelish Jade, I feel like. But
Jade shouldn't be a heel who runs away from a fight.
She's not running.
That's
Are you talking about
when Rhea came out? Yeah. So Jade beats Michin. We don't have to get into it. She hits her with a powerbomb and a jaded, or chokeslam and a jaded. She gets on the mic. She says, "Everyone's saying I should be afraid of one person. Everyone's saying I should be afraid of Rhea Ripley. Well, I'm gonna go into WrestleMania and I'm gonna beat that ass," is what she said. And so then Rhea comes out, storms the ring. Jade leaves. Rhea gets into the ring and says, "Oh, you have so much to say and talk about, but you want to run away from a fight. Well, come WrestleMania, you're not going to be you're not going to be the. I'm just going to make you my bitch." And then Jade holds up the title and they go away. And we get the backstage segment between Mia Yim, B-Fab, and Rio, where Mia Yim just, sounds salty. She just says, "If Jade didn't take out my shoulder, I'd be champion right now, and you'd have me to worry about moving forward," which Rio looks really confused about.
Did you peep when Motor City Machine Guns were there? You saw Jade with the other one, B-Fab.
No.
They were in the background talking together.
You think they're gonna? I heard that somebody had said Jade needs lead a group, and I'm just like, we don't need to do this. We did this in AEW when she had the baddies. Like we she had a group in AEW
And
with
Meechin's not gonna follow
Red
her.
Velvet. No, it would be B-Fab turning on Michin to join Jade,
Yeah.
which I can see because they're not. What else do you do with B-Fab?
I guess. They don't have many good guys though on that show.
It doesn't matter if B-Fab's a good guy or a bad guy. She's not show up. She doesn't show up on TV ever. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Doesn't got a TV time.
She's the new Maxine Dupree.
Okay, well, she can be the new Paul Heyman and carry the championship out for Jade Cargill. Like, all she's got to do is stand there and hold the title for her and just say, that's right.
Her mic skills are better than Jade's.
Yeah. I don't know if Jade is bad, or if it's the accent she has, because there are times where during her promo on SmackDown last night where I'm just like, I understand you're from Atlanta, but you just, the way she says words also comes off like incorrect.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, it just doesn't sound polished. We got a tag team title match between Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss and the Irresistible Forces. Before the match starts, after Charlotte and Alexa hit the ring, Nikki Bella's music hits because we need more Bellas on our TV. They say, we're not here to fight, we're here to observe, because whoever wins this championship, we have already got approval that we have next. We're going to be the next WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. They cannot be good guys. I'm sorry. They're trying to play up to the crowd. I understand that's their hometown and everything, and they get cheered. They get a reaction from people. They suck as baby faces. They are terrible. So this match happens. It's fine. It's a good match, but essentially, who's going to break down at some point. Lash goes for a kick on Charlotte. No, I'm sorry. Charlotte goes for a kick on Nia, and Nia pulls Brie in the way, causing Charlotte to accidentally kick kick Brie, and then Charlotte. Wow, I can't speak. Nia takes out Nikki afterwards. They get into the ring. Charlotte hit natural selection. Alexa goes up top to hit Twisted Bliss, and Brie Bella hits the ring, pounding on Nia to cause the disqualification and cost Charlotte and Alexa the tag team championships. Backstage, we get the face-off between Charlotte and Alexa and the Bellas, and the Bellas don't apologize. They say, "Oh, you think they put their hands on us first? You think we're just going to let that happen?" No. I'm sorry about your match, but we're gonna go talk to Aldis because we're next. Which kind of threw me off. It's like, all right, you cost them their tag team championship match. Wouldn't they get another rematch for the title since they?
You would think, but it's WWE and they don't do stuff like that. The stuff that makes sense.
Yeah,
they're not about that life.
It's like, oh, I cost you the match. I punched your opponent in the face. Now I'm getting the next championship opportunity, even though you had the match, quote unquote, won.
Yep. I like the part where Nia through Charlotte.
Oh yeah, Nia, yeah. Nia, after the fact, Nia Jackson and Lash beat down all four women after the match.
Mm-hmm. Good for them.
Makes them look strong. Going into what's going to be a triple threat or fatal four-way tag team match at Mania that they're probably going to lose.
You think they lose this early?
Yeah. At WrestleMania, I don't think they would take. I'm picking a lot of title changes at Mania.
Okay.
We had two backstage segments. Let's talk about the first one. Sami Zayn and Cody Rhodes is the first one. Cody's getting interviewed by Kathy Kelly, and Sami Zayn walks up to him, and essentially it boils down to Sami telling Cody, I look up to Randy Orton. He's a 14-time champion. Congratulations to him. But I don't look up to you, Cody, because I view you as one of us. I view you as a peer and not somebody who was a trailblazer in this business before me. So you're a champion. You're going to be champion. But, whatever. But I'm still going for that. And then so Cody looks at me and goes, you don't look up to me. Okay. Well, I respect you. I went on a media tour this entire week talking about how great Sami Zayn is, hyping you up. And what are you doing right now? You're politicking for a championship match? I haven't even faced Randy yet. So you want a title match? And if Randy wins, you get a championship match. But I haven't even faced Randy yet. And then you don't respect me? Well, I respect you. I look up to you, Sami. And then Sami's, he eventually goes with, but you know what? And he taps the championship belt as he walks away. Mm. And then, like we say every week, there had to be water bottles. Sami slaps the water bottle. He gets angry.
And then?
We get Sami and Trick later in the show.
No, before.
Oh, no, Alexa Bliss, Zelina Vega, and Alexa Black walk up.
I was going to say Scarlett and Karrion Kross walk up.
Shut up. Alistair and Zelina walk up to Sami.
Was this not exactly last year or the year before?
It was last year going into Mania last year. Oh, no, it's SummerSlam last year.
Oh, okay.
It was going into SummerSlam last year because that was Karrion's last match. Sami beat him. It's exactly the same thing. Yeah. It's exactly the same thing. Them trying to get into Sami's mind and change his attitude. It's exactly the same gimmick. It's just so stupid. Later in the show, we get Trick Williams getting ready for his match. So Trick, during the Jacob Nick Aldis argument, Trick walked up to them afterwards, and because Jacob was about to say, I'm going to whip his ass or whip Drew's ass. And once he said whoop, Trick Williams just says, whoop, you need to get your own material. This is grown folk talking. The only one to do a whooping around here is Trick Willie. And so Jacob yells at him in his, Jacob way. And then Nick Aldis makes the match for later in the night for Jacob Fatu, Trick Williams, and the main event match of the night. Yeah. So later, when Trick is coming out for his show, Sami gets in his face, and he goes, what happened to the guy who's going to walk into WrestleMania and carry this company on his back? What happened to the guy who said to me, I can't get the job done? Well, you haven't been looking so great lately either, Trick. You got taken out of Elimination Chamber. You got taken out last week by Randy Orton. And I can see in your eyes, you're feeling in your gut what I feel every week. Embarrassment, disappointment, self-doubt. And Trick takes his glasses off, and Trick looks at him. He's like, you don't know what you're talking about, Sami. Trick Willie's a main eventer. I'm going to go out there. I'm going to beat Jacob Fatu. And if I didn't have this match right now, I'd whoop your ass all over this back. So Sami goes, all right, I'm here every single week, and I'm not hard to find. So we get that match later. So we're getting Sami Zayn altering, at least showing more aggression towards his issues.
Yeah. What do you think the end game of this is? They just turned Randy. I don't see them turning Sami then.
No. I can't see Sami Zayn turning heel. Sami's going to get that title at some point this year. Randy's going to win on Mania, in my opinion. Maybe not now. I thought good guy Randy would win. Maybe not heel Randy. We'll see. Put that together in my head. And if Cody continues to win, if Cody beats Randy at Mania, Sami should be the guy to take that title off Cody at some point this year. Sami Zayn needs to be the adjustment in his personality, other than good guy from the underground, the underdog from the underground, Sami Zayn, needs to continue to happen. It's interesting, but they do need to get something for him going because he has been losing feuds and he hasn't looked strong in anything that he's done. So I think WrestleMania needs to be a triple threat. I think it needs to be Sami, Jacob, and Drew. And it'll probably go because next week, we did get announced next week. We're just getting Drew and Jacob in a one-on-one match, which will probably be some sort of no contest or disqualification or something to continue it going. But Sami needs to be involved in that match somehow because of how Drew was costing him his opportunities moving into Elimination Chamber, even though he was trying to mask it as I'm trying to help Sami Zayn. And on top of the fact that Drew destroyed him at the Rumble for the title, Sami needs to go into Mania, maybe get the win over Drew and Jacob to make him look strong. I don't know. There's a lot going on in that show. Like, there's no straight through line for any of this stuff. So we get the match. We got a tag team match, which we talked about how Damian Priest and R-Truth were watching the monitor. They were approached by Los Garza, who apparently are back on TV for the third week or fourth week in a row. Thank God. These guys are great.
Yep.
Los Garza tells them last week in the Gauntlet match or the Tag Team Turmoil match, you guys were in the back doing your hair. It was just funny because then R-Truth just started messing with his bald head.
Yeah.
Doing your hair while we did all the heavy lifting, knocking everybody out. And Damien's like, you did do all the heavy lifting until we got in the ring and whooped your ass. So I'm gonna go talk to Nick Aldis, and we're gonna have us a little match, and that's gonna happen tonight. So we get Damian Priest versus R-Truth. Damian Priest and R-Truth versus Los Garzas. It's a solid match. Priest and Truth win with double South of Heavens on Los Garza for the pinfall. Los Garza on TV are great. Like, we talk about this tag team division, how they have no one there. Let these guys go. Let these guys just wrestle. Like, they're really great at what they do. Angel Garza has the ability to talk and be captivating. Berto not so much, but he's really good as well in the ring. But Priest and Truth are going on to, like I said before, get a tag team championship match. Do we really need to cover this Miz TV segment?
Yes.
So earlier in the show, Miz and Danhausen are talking. The first of two segments. So the first segment was Danhausen reminding Miz he wants Miz to be his mentor. And Miz was like, I'm not going to be your mentor. I need to focus on Miz TV tonight. I need to focus on my motivational intervention, violence training, or whatever Miz stands for, zone in training, whatever he keeps saying.
Yeah.
And you need to go away because he doesn't respect Danhausen. So Danhausen goes, well, remember what I said last week, and I gave you another opportunity, but I guess now you are cursed. So he actually officially put the curse on Miz this week. And then we have the Miz TV segment with Jelly Roll. Miz basically tells Jelly Roll, I want to mentor you because you have potential. Jelly Roll tells him no because
he has a long history of betraying people.
Because Miz has a long history of betraying anybody who he mentors and who he teams with. He's not wrong. I mean, Alex Riley, Carmelo Hayes,
R-Truth.
Damian Sandow, R-Truth. Like, Miz show, I'm pretty sure he turned on Big Show. Like, there's a bunch.
Didn't he turn on John Morrison?
Oh, I forgot about John Morrison. All right, so that's 6 just off the top of my head. Like, this is a lot. So Miz says, I have a history of betraying people. Let me remind you of something. And then he goes, 2 years ago at SummerSlam, when you were obese and you couldn't get your big fat obese butt off the floor, I was the one who helped you up get back to your feet. And you had a revelation that you had to lose weight because of that moment. So you need to thank me. And Jelly Roll says, "Are you trying to take credit for me losing 250 pounds?"
Yes, he was.
And Miz like, "Yes, and you're welcome." So Jelly Roll gets heated. He gets in his face. Fuck. Why am I blanking? Somebody comes out that because Jelly Roll punches Miz in the face. Who was in the ring?
Why am I blanking? I don't know.
Because some Jelly Roll went to hit somebody. Oh, it's Kit Wilson. Kit Wilson comes out. Kit Wilson comes out. I was like, I can picture Miz holding somebody and Jelly Roll hitting them, which didn't make any sense. Why would Miz be holding Kit Wilson? It doesn't matter. Or Miz was actually posturing behind Kit Wilson. So Kit Wilson comes out, and Kit Wilson basically tells Jelly Roll that you decided to change your look because you're fat phobic. Which I was just like, wait, this man couldn't just want to lose a bunch of weight because he was tired of being fat and thinking he was going to die because he was nearly 500 pounds. He has to be fat phobic right now.
Yes.
So Kit Wilson's like, you're fat phobic, which was hilarious because he tells him you think the only way to be attractive is to be slender and look like this, but yet Kit Wilson has got slicked back hair, he's got oil all over his body, he's cut up, and I'm just like, you're a professional wrestler, which is 100% aesthetics, and you're telling him he's toxic because he wants to look better? That made no sense. Oh yeah, so he says you're toxic. So then Kit pushes Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll goes to punch Kit Wilson in the face. Kit Wilson ducks out of the way. He punches Miz in the face because of Danhausen's curse. And Kit Wilson goes away while helps Miz to the back while Jelly Roll's music plays and he celebrates in the ring.
Now, I had called it the other day when I said Danhausen Miz.
Yeah.
Is this going to keep ongoing?
I think so, because then we got a second segment in the back where Danhausen was he comes in with his jar of teeth and he goes to Miz and says, "Hey, did he knock any of your teeth out? Do you need some of these?" And he goes, "You need to get out of here." And Danhausen just reminds him, I was like, "Just remember, you're still cursed." And he leaves. And so then, yeah, that's how it ends with Miz's like curse. Because Miz tries to turn around and confront him, and he Batmans away like he always does.
Yeah.
Did you see the rumor? What? My daughter showed me earlier that they want Jelly Roll to have a WrestleMania match, and they're thinking about his tag team partner being Royce Keys. Royce Keys, the thing about Royce Keys and Jelly Roll against Miz and Kit Wilson.
That sounds terrible.
Well, it needs something to do with Jelly Roll because he can't team with Randy Orton anymore.
Clearly.
All right. So then we get Tiffany Stratton versus Kiana James. Apparently, Tiffany Stratton has been relegated down to the United States Championship division.
I was thinking to myself because I'm like, she lost to Chamber, but what from losing at Chamber means? Hey, let me get the lesser title. She was the runner-up.
Yeah, she was a runner-up in the Chamber, and she was the runner-up in the Royal Rumble. Mm-hmm. So, Julia cuts a promo. Julia and Kiana James cuts a promo, and then Tiffany Stratton cuts a promo, basically saying, hey, I'm coming after that United States Championship. Chelsea Green in Tiffany Stratton's promo decides to wheel her butt into the little promo, and Tiffany rolls her away.
Mm-hmm. I was dying.
It was hilarious because then you see Alba Fire running after her on her way to the ring. Um, these two girls have really good chemistry. The beginning of this match just felt like a gymnastics competition. Like they were just flipping everywhere, especially Tiffany Stratton. It didn't feel like a wrestling match. It just felt like who can do more cartwheels and moonsaults. Eventually, Tiffany Stratton gets the win because Chelsea Green and Alba Fire come out to get involved, but they distract Kiana James. Julia tries to get involved. Julia ends up somehow taking out Chelsea Green and Alba Fire on the outside with the punches, and then Tiffany Stratton on the other side hits prettiest moonsault ever onto Kiana James for the 3 count. So we're gonna get Tiffany Stratton versus Julia at some point for that United States Championship.
Yep. I could see Tiffany taking it off her.
Yeah, I don't do anything with Julia. They need to do something to elevate Tiffany back to where people care about her as a babyface. Because when she came out, I just was like, "Oh, this is so sad." No one cheered. There was no reaction. They're trying to high five the kids. I'm just like, this is bad. Last year, everybody was rooting for Tiffany, and it's just like no one cares.
Yeah, she took too long off, I think.
Then we have our main event segment. Did I miss anything?
I do not believe so.
Yes, I do. Yes, we did. Motor City Machine Guns and Johnny Gargano. Oh God, Johnny Gargano.
Johnny.
Laying on a crate again. Alex Shelley is in the back talking to Candice LeRae. There's a repeat of last week. Same exact thing. He says, you need to figure out what's wrong with him. You need to get him back to being Johnny Wrestling. You need to get him back to basics. And she goes, yeah, back to basics. That's good. Let's get him back to being Johnny Wrestling. She wheels him away. And that's where Chris Sabin walks up to Alex Shelley. Alex Shelley says, did you come to apologize? Did you watch the footage of me putting your foot on the rope last week? He goes, no, that's not why I'm here. Why are you wasting your time with Johnny Gargano? You need to be focused on the Motor City Machine Guns. He goes, I am focused on the Motor City Machine Guns, but there's a lot of history here. We're friends. He goes, well, while you were messing around with him, I went to all this, and I got us a match next week with Fraxium. And he goes, Fraxium? Yeah, that's good. Let's focus on our match, and they walk off. I don't like the fact that they're doing tension between the Motor City Machine Guns with Johnny Gargano. Because if you split these two up, what the hell do you have with either one of them?
Nothing. A feud against each other.
It'll be Gargano Ciampa. That's exactly what it'll be. And neither one of them, they're good wrestlers. They're both former TNA Impact World Heavyweight Champions. But neither one of them have the clout or the ability to carry a feud on the WWE level in a singles feud specifically. Neither one of them are that kind of star.
Yeah.
Let them, because they're a tag team. They're in their early 40s. They're going to be gone in a few years and they decide to retire. Let them have their couple-year WWE run where people celebrate them for as great as they are. Let them make a bunch of money and let them go off into the sunset. Do not mess around and split this team up, because if you split them up, they're both going to be gone from the company within 6 months. Or maybe not, because we still got the corpse of Apollo Crews out here floating around.
Where's Matt Cardona again?
Matt Cardona?
Matt Cardona.
Matt Cardona. Yeah, he wasn't even on the show. And then, we did miss something. We got a backstage between Carmelo Hayes and Ilya Dragunov.
Yeah.
Where Carmelo basically tells him, why are you ducking me? Why are you not taking championship opportunities? I heard what you said about your mother being your inspiration of being a warrior last week, and that's great. But why? But do you not think that you could beat me? And basically, I don't know if he had a broken jaw or something, but the way they shot him from the side, Ilya, like his jaw was like swollen. I don't know if you caught it. I was like, what is happening? That man needs to stop thinking this is UFC. He basically tells him that no, I don't. It's not about the United States Championship and me not thinking I could beat you. He basically, I'm not at war with you. I'm at war within myself. And then he walks on. So we're gonna Ilya crisis of confidence. I need to be better. Story is coming apparently.
Yeah.
Because we don't have enough of those. We already got Sami Zayn crisis of confidence story going on.
But again, my only issue
We
with
need
that
Ilya
is that
Dragunov.
they're trying to give Dragunov
Ilya.
they're trying to give Dragunov a story. Whereas where is Carmelo's story other than that open challenge?
That is the story. It's his respect for Ilya Dragunov. The story is, I beat you for this championship. I respect you. I want you to continue to challenge me for it because you make me better. But you're refusing to fight me. That's the story they're telling. Eventually, it's going to end up with Ilya and Carmelo at a PLE. Maybe not Mania, but at a PLE or main eventing a SmackDown. That's the story they're telling. It's not a compelling story, but it's a story.
It does not need to be told.
I agree. Carmelo needs to be in a feud with somebody who wants the United States Championship. Carmelo and Trick had a great feud in NXT after they split up after Carmelo turned on him. Trick needs something. I understand maybe Trick at this point is above United States Championship already, which is kind of crazy to say. But I can see a Carmelo Trick feud for that United States title. Have Trick be the person to take it off of him and give him gold. That'd be his first championship. Imagine Trick Williams shirtless walking around on all of these shows with the championship. He would do so much good for that title.
He would.
I saw something on Instagram. He was at a Total Wine and Spirits in Phoenix in full gimmick. Like he was doing a signing or something for them in full gimmick. I'm just like, this man just refuses to wear a shirt anywhere.
We also forgot about Tonga Loa and Shinsuke Nakamura. Tamatanga.
Yeah, again, so that was before the MFT match. Tama was staring at the lantern. Shinsuke walks up to him. Shinsuke says something in Japanese. Then he says something in English. I don't know what the end game on this is.
But it
would have made sense.
Long time story right now.
Yeah, it's been going on since before Carmelo won the United States Championship.
Yeah,
because they were going because they already had a match. He beat him.
Yeah.
Tama beat him. This would have made more sense if Tama would have won the United States Championship. Has he had a United States Championship match?
No, I don't think.
No, right? It would make sense if you put the United States title on Tama Tonga and then you had the feud with Shinsuke Nakamura, and then you can go into that because you need something for Shinsuke to do other than lurking in the background and reminding everybody that hey, we have a history going back to Japan. Like that's all this is like you were Bullet Club. I was the king of strong style. Let's remind people that we have a history back then. And Shinsuke trying to tell Tama, you don't need to be following Solo. That's what I take from all of this. You're better than this. You don't need to be following Solo. Let's move on. Let's move on and do your own thing.
Or
so we get
beat it out of you. That's big.
Shinsuke Nakamura at this point cannot beat the paper bag off of anybody. Like he's a great wrestler. He's dope. When was the last time he got a win?
I don't. Something years ago, I'm sure.
I know he had that feud with Cody. I don't think he won one match there. I know he had the feud with Seth. Maybe that's what I'm thinking. Was it a feud with Seth or a feud with Cody? I keep thinking it was Cody. It might have been Seth when he was going for the world title because they were telling the story about Seth's back injury. I might be confusing stories. I think it was Seth and Shinsuke when Seth was a babyface. Yeah, I don't know, but Shinsuke Just leave. Go to AEW.
Wow.
He would do good there. And Tony Khan would pay him probably twice the amount of money that he's making WWE. It's a main event match: Jacob Fatu versus Trick Williams. Good match. Jacob Fatu is doing the majority of the work. These guys worked a really physical style match. Towards the end, when Jacob is getting the upper hand, he throws Trick back into the ring. I don't know what Charles Robinson was doing. I know Trick was trying to distract him the entire time, but Drew just comes in and blasts Jacob with a headbutt in clear view of everything. Charles Robinson's not paying attention at all because, again, Trick Williams. And then he grabs Jacob and throws big, burly, 300-pound Jacob Fatu into the corner, the LED corner that holds the turnbuckle. Makes a giant noise. The referee still doesn't react to this giant noise, which, again, doesn't make any sense to me.
It's troubling. He was busy with Trick in the corner. You saw him?
Yeah, but you can't hear that this man is hitting the thing in the back?
Yeah, but you still got a guy that's in front of you trying to get through you. So you're trying to fight him back. You can't be also looking behind.
These referees need to be all these referees need to be investigated.
Wow.
Between Jessica Carr and Dan Engler and Charles Robinson and Alan Hahn. That's the Asian that cost KO the championship a couple times. Like, all these referees have a vendetta against these people, man.
They're probably
Drew throws
a betting league.
Drew throws Jacob back into the ring. And Trick Williams hits 2 trick shots for the win. Trick Williams defeats Jacob Fatu. And Drew gets into the ring and hits Claymore on Jacob Fatu to end the segment. And then we get our main event segment, which is the contract signing between Randy and Cody. And before we even start, Nick Aldis says, "Drew, I thought you had quit. I guess not. But since you're still here, next week you're gonna have a match 1-on-1 with Jacob Fatu." And then he calls out. He summons out Randy Orton. Randy comes, sits down. Cody Rhodes comes out. He sits down. Cody grabs the mic. Cody says, "Randy," because the whole thing about tonight was respect, right? How Sami doesn't look up to Cody, but Cody looks up to Sami, and then Cody basically tells Randy, "Well, I do look up to you. When we were up and down these roads, and you were my mentor, and I came, and then you main evented WrestleMania, and I looked at you and I said, I want to do that one day, and then I left, but then I came back, and I didn't come back with my brother. I didn't. My wife stayed at home with the babies. At that point, he only had one kid. Whatever. My wife stayed at home with the babies, and I did have you. I did have my buddy. So I'm happy that this match is happening." And then he signs the contract. Randy fist bumps him. Randy grabs the pen, grabs the mic, and he says, "Cody, I respect you, but why did you have to make this so hard? It's not supposed to be you. It's supposed to be Drew. It's supposed to be me going for my 15th championship against Drew McIntyre." And Cody gets in his face and he goes, "Randy, you're the Viper. You're the 14-time heavyweight champion. You're the legend. You're the apex predator." Cody set himself up. "I'm sorry, you're an idiot at this point." He goes, because he was reminding Randy Orton of all the things Randy Orton did before Cody got there, all of his accomplishments. And how did Randy get those accomplishments? Because Randy didn't care about anybody else. Randy was that guy who would kick the head off of Mick Foley, Ric Flair, John Cena, and John Cena Sr. Like I said, make out with Stephanie McMahon in the middle of the ring to piss off Triple H. He would do anything to anybody to win championships.
Yeah.
But since Randy has been good guy Randy Orton, he's a friend to everybody, he hasn't been that guy. he hasn't been champion. He hasn't elevated to where he wants to be. His last time he won the titles when he turned on Bray Wyatt and they had that stupid WrestleMania match with the infestations in the middle of the ring. Like, so Cody goes, we all know that when that bell rings at WrestleMania, I'm going to be in the ring with the Apex Predator and you're going to be listening to the voices. And as soon as he said that, Randy snapped. And I think that's where it was. Randy stopped muting and silencing the voices that are going on in his head that are telling him, destroy him, take him out, do what you need to do to make yourself champion. The way he's been so good for so long, not listening to that. And now he snapped and he took out Cody Rhodes. He slammed his face on the table in the ring. He hit him with the steel steps. He busted him open. I thought he was going to RKO him through the table, but no. He positioned Cody with Cody's head laying in the opening, the triangle-shaped opening in the ring steps. He leaves. I'm like, he's going to come back and do something. So he leaves. He grabs the chair, stands on the announce desk, and a little bit of camera work, but then blasts Cody in the face with the chair, like a concerto style between the steps and the chair. So we got full on heel Randy Orton going into WrestleMania against his mentee, one of his best friends in Cody Rhodes at Mania. And in one segment, this was a solid segment. And the way the beatdown started was a little clunky, but it got there. It's going to make people hate Randy going into Mania. This got us to where we need. It's setting us on the path we need to get to for Mania. I thought it was very impactful. So you got.
I think it would have been cooler if it was Cody that flipped.
That's not happening.
I know.
We keep saying this.
I'm saying, but it would have been cooler. It would have been a way bigger moment.
Oh, 100%. We just did this last year with John Cena. They're not doing it again. They're not going to turn Cody.
But
he's the cash cow.
They're making it into every year someone betrays Cody. It was The Rock. It was Cena. Now it's Randy. It's 3 years in a row, bro. Stop making friends.
Because Cody needs to be good guy Hulk Hogan, John Cena, right? Going into WrestleMania 3, Andre betrayed Hogan, right? What happened at WrestleMania? I think it was WrestleMania 6. No, it was WrestleMania 5 when Hogan faced Macho. Macho betrayed Hogan because he was afraid that Miss Elizabeth was getting too close to Hulk Hogan, and Macho became the bad guy, right? Sergeant Slaughter, same thing. Turned on Hulk Hogan, turned his back on America because Hulk Hogan was viewed as Mr. America, not the red, white, and blue Mr. America, but the guy who's taking the spot. So Sergeant Slaughter turned on Hulk Hogan. This is wrestling. This happens every year. And we went back
every year back to the same freaking wrestler, bro.
You want to go and look at the John Cena storyline and see how many times somebody probably turned on him throughout his championship run?
Back years.
I think it is. I think we could find back to back years.
Go.
I'm pretty sure we could.
Do it.
That's a separate podcast.
I know that. Just remember this moment. I need you to remember. I'm not.
But this is what you need for Cody to elevate people who you think can take the title off of Cody. How did we think that KO was going to take the title? Oh, I thought KO was going to take the title off of Cody. He turned on him. Turned on Cody. He beat him up outside the thing. AJ Styles, attack Cody. You're a good guy. AJ Styles, attack Cody. Randy Orton did the same thing. I understand it's seemingly like it's everybody doing that on Cody, but Cody is Sami's going to be the same thing. I don't know if Sami's going to turn heel, but Sami's going to have to attack Cody at some point to try to get that championship because Cody is supposed to be this good guy, all-American baby face, but yet, I've said this before, Cody's a terrible friend. So why would I want to be your friend? Why you have the thing that we all want. We're all envious of your position. And you don't make it seem like you care about any of us that are below you.
Yeah.
You call yourself QB1. You're calling yourself the face of this company, and you basically disrespect everybody who is around you. So why would I want you as my friend? That was the Kevin Owens thing in a nutshell. Cody's an asshole. That was the Drew McIntyre thing. Cody's an asshole. We need to take him down. Randy's thing is just like, I don't think Randy's thing is going to be as Cody's an asshole. I think Randy's thing is going to be, I taught Cody everything he knows. The only reason he's here is because of his time with me, and I had to go back into the dark places of my soul in order to get what I want, because I know how good he is. My question is this, can we also integrate Aleister Black into this?
For what?
Because Aleister Black for weeks was looking at Randy Orton and say, you need to go in and go into those places. Maybe you should listen to those voices. That's what he was telling Randy. You want to win Elimination Chamber? You want to do it? You want to be world champion? You need to start listening to the voices.
I feel like inserting him with Sami again, they moved on from Randy.
Because it's just a Karrion Kross thing where it's just us, and the Shinsuke Nakamura thing before that, because it's the same thing with Shinsuke when he first came back. It's like, I'm going to change everybody I fight with. It was the Bray Wyatt story too. It's like everybody Bray Wyatt came in contact with before Fiend changed afterwards. Their time feuding with Bray changed their personality a little bit, right?
Yeah.
It's the same thing with Karrion Kross. It's the same thing with Aleister Black. I think this is just the way Triple H is going to book those supernatural characters. It's like, in order to defeat those supernatural characters, you need to change up a little bit and touch on it. And like I said, Randy is kind of a perfect avatar for that right now. That's all I got.
Overall,
you want to do it?
Huh?
I said, do you want to do an AEW Revolution preview for tomorrow?
No. Lisa was in NXT.
That show was last week.
Yeah.
I don't even think I watched it. No, I fell asleep on it.
Great job. Truly making me want to watch. But overall, I thought the show was pretty good. It was pretty solid. I was trying to remember half the goddamn show. The something Charlotte did that pissed me off. Oh, that's what it was. You forgot.
Looking like a pack of Bubblicious.
That, but I was gonna say the fact that she was using R-Truth's head as a mirror.
Okay.
That's what I was trying to remember.
I must have not missed that. I must have missed that.
Yeah. I hated it. Overall, good show.
It was fine. It was until the end.
And who do you put the title on?
Which title?
You think Randy gets it or no?
I think Randy should get it. I with the beatdown last night, how do we beat down Cody that bad and then have him still lose? Like that. I mean, I know we got 4 weeks till Mania at this point, 5 weeks till Mania at this point, so we have plenty of time for Cody to get his lick back and get one up on Randy Orton. But how do you make him look that bad last night and then have him lose at Mania? I don't know. I think Randy should get it. Randy should get 15. I think eventually we're going to get, maybe in a few years, they're going to get the Randy chasing John Cena story. We're going to get that.
Yeah.
So he's going to get to 15. He's going to get to 16. He may never get to 17. I think we'll get to him chasing the 17 championship story. So Randy needs to get 15 at some point. Randy should get it because Cody's better chasing. Cody chasing his mentor, who just beat him down that bad, is more compelling.
But then who do you have him feud with besides Cody?
It's built in with Sami. Sami's the next number one contender for the title until Cody can get back. You can have Sami. You can have him face if he gets through Sami. Then you can have him face Jacob. If he's a heel, I can't see him facing Trick. That's about it because there's no one else. Carmelo's in the mid card. Ilya's in the mid card. Damian Priest is in the tag division.
Yeah. Shinsuke's in.
Sure, Shinsuke's in purgatory.
Yeah.
You can have a Jelly Roll art match.
Stop it. They would.
He did push him.
I know.
He did push him.
Would do that.
A random SummerSlam Jelly Roll or Randy Orton match.
That's such a terrible match, though. And they would book it, though. It's very upsetting. Because there's a story there because they were a tag team.
Yep.
Ugh.
I could also see Randy Orton punt kicking Jelly Roll.
That'd be dope.
I need a punt kick at some point. We haven't had a good punt kick since the pandemic. I understand why they don't do it because of the visual of you kicking somebody in the head and concussions. We got Seth Rollins over here curb stomping people.
Yeah, it's back.
So.
All right. Well, yeah. So that's the show. Do we have a preview for Raw?
On it.
Okay. And I still justice for Gargano. They need to do something with him. I'm gonna say it every week.
March 16th. Yes. Roman Reigns is back. AJ Lee versus Bayley for the Women's Intercontinental Championship.
Really?
Yeah. We talked about that the other day. That Bayley said it was going to be next week.
Yeah, but you said Becky.
Bayley.
You said Becky.
I did not run the. You're gonna have to run it back. It's gonna be AJ Lee versus. It's definitely. I definitely said Bayley.
You said Becky first, and then you said Bayley the second time.
You're gonna have to run that back because I definitely said AJ Lee versus Bayley.
All right. 1 minute. I mean, 1 hour. 1 hour.
I'm not saying 1 minute. OG El Grande versus original versus new El Grande.
Is it for mass?
No, it's just a match.
Oh.
And then just Brock Lesnar will appear and Roman Reigns will appear.
That's interesting. That they have nothing to do with each other, but they're both on the show.
Different segments.
Yep.
Listen, keep those two as far away from each other as possible. That's a few. Roman and Brock main evented 3 WrestleManias against each other. They've probably main evented a dozen pay-per-views against each other. Roman Reigns' number one feud is Brock Lesnar. We talked about how Cena's number one feud, and you think it's Brock Lesnar. I think it's Randy Orton. Roman Reigns' number one feud. If it's not Cody Rhodes, it's definitely Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
That's in my opinion. Like, keep those two as far away from each other as physically possible because I don't ever want to see it again.
One more time.
It doesn't need to ever happen again. No, there's not one more time. No, that does not need to be Brock Lesnar's retirement match. It does not need to be Gunther. Well, it's probably going to be Gunther. But they would do something where it's Roman versus Brock for Brock's retirement. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't need it. No. No, thank you.
Your face.
No, thank you. That's it.
All right. Well, that's going to be the episode for us. As always, you can catch us on Spotify, Amazon Music, YouTube.
I finally got it up.
TikTok, and iHeartRadio. And as always, we'll catch you on the next one.
Peace.